Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we are doing Week 5 NFL predictions. I know you guys have been really liking the predictions. Back with another prediction. This one's Week 5, and let's get into it. Woo! So, before I get in this video, I please like to give a massive shout out to us, to all my subscribers. We have hit 40 subscribers. 40 subscribers. I'm so happy. I was expecting maybe like 20 by the end of September, and we got to like 35 by the end of September, and now we're at 40. And you guys are smashing the shorts with like 1K, 2K views on the shorts that I posted like 10 hours ago. It's mad. It's great. I just want to say thank you guys for the support. Thank you for all the comments, all the comments on keeping it up and everything. I really do appreciate that, and it helps me. I haven't posted the long videos because I have been pretty busy with soccer, cross country, and school, but I am back on the grind right now with my Week 5 NFL predictions. Let's go. First up, we got the Colts and the Broncos. This game, honestly, it's just such a weird game for me because both teams have not looked good. The Broncos I expected a lot more from. The Colts I expected a lot more from. And honestly, they've both been kind of mediocre teams. But I do have the Broncos winning this game. And I think it's going to come down to the defense. And I think the Broncos defense is a little bit better than the Colts. I just think that overall, it's been kind of a low-scoring game. I had the score being 17-13. But I think the Broncos D overall is just better than the Colts. I think that's going to ultimately help them. I think a pick six is going to happen in this game. Don't know what team, but a pick six will happen in this game. But I don't think either team's going to do that well. But I think the Broncos squeak it out. I just think the Broncos look a little bit better this year, and I think they have a better defense. So I'm just going to stick with the Broncos. That's such a weird game. I could go either way, and I wouldn't be mad with it though. Next up, we have the Packers and the Giants, 2-3-1 teams. Very surprising. The Giants have had a really good start to the year. But I do have the Packers winning this game. No disrespect to the Giants, but I think the Giants have had some easy matchups in the first 4 games of the season, and I think Packers is just so much harder than that. I don't see the Packers. I don't see the Packers. Just I see the Packers dominating the Giants. To be fair, final score 31-13. Kind of like it was a blowout, but it's not really a blowout. But I would overall think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a huge day. We're gonna see Romeo Doubs, the guy who's just been exploding for the Packers offense, have a big day. I think Aaron Jones will have a big day, and I just overall think the Packers defense will have a big day. Packers really shut down the Bucks. They did well against what was it last week? The Patriots, yeah. And I just think it continues. I had the Packers win this game pretty dominantly. I don't think the Giants. I think they've had too much easy games, and when they face a hard team, they're going to struggle with them. Next, we have the Steelers and the Bills. This was also pretty obvious. I'm taking the Bills here. Steelers lost to the Jets last week. I actually predicted that. I predicted that upset. Let's go. I also predicted the Niners beating the Rams. Look at me go. I actually got both my upsets. I did very well last week for predictions. I know it's being off topic, but yeah, I think the Bills are just so much better of a team than the Steelers. Bills have looked like one of the best teams in the league this year. Steelers have honestly been the worst team in their division. Maybe even the worst team, like top 5 worst teams in the league so far. I got some faith in the Steelers, but not right now. I had the Bills winning this game in a pretty dominant fashion, 36-14. I have just the Bills defense going off, and I think it's not going to be that close from the get-go. I think Josh Allen's going to have a huge day. I think Stephon Diggs is going to have a big day. I think the Bills defense is going to have a big day. Bills take it over. Next up, we have the Chargers and the Browns. I have the Chargers winning this game. You know what? Chargers have not looked great this year. I'll be honest. They looked a lot worse than I thought they would. Even last week, they almost lost to the Texans. And the Browns, they haven't looked terrible this year without Deshaun Watson to start. But I overall think the Chargers are. I can't say that the Browns will be the Chargers. I just cannot say that in my mind. I know the Chargers are going to go on a hot streak. Austin Eckler finally put it together last week. I think he's going to have another big week. Back to back, I know it's ambitious, but I think it's going to happen. I overall just think the Browns haven't been the best. They had a good start to the season, but after that, they've been a bit slower for the past couple weeks. I overall think the Chargers. I think we'll have another pretty good game. I don't trust the Chargers enough right now to say it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be kind of a close. I'm gonna say 24-20, But I think the Chargers overall have a better team defensively and offensively to beat the Browns. The Chargers at their peak is like a top five team, a contender. But right now, they're like a top 15 team, barely making the playoffs. It's a bit sad to see. Next up, we have the Texans and the Jaguars. I knew the Jaguars would win this game. The Jaguars have been one of the best teams this year, the most surprising team by far that I have seen. They have really shown why they are a very, very underrated team. They took teams like the Colts and beat them, or not beat them, but actually they did beat them, yeah. And they beat the Chargers. It wasn't close, but it was kind of close with the Jaguars at the start. Jags are a good team. Underrated offense. Trevor Lawrence has been very, very good this year. Christian Kirk's been an amazing signing. Their defense has been like top 10 in the league. They've been a really, really good team. I think it could be, and you know what? Honestly, give me some praise to the Texans though. They've also been a very, very solid team. I think the Texans have fought well in these matchups, and although they've lost, they got tied the Colts. They've made it close in all their games. So I could see it being a closer game, but I did score being 21-10. The Jaguars take it home at home. Next up, we got the Bears and Vikings. I have the Vikings winning this game. Not much to say. Bears have not looked the greatest this year, and although they've looked better than I thought they would, I think they're starting to cool off from their little hot streak at the start of the year. And the Vikings have been a solid team last year. They're winning barely, but they are winning games, and that's kind of the most important thing that you can ask for. Vikings have a pretty easy start to the schedule. Another pretty easy game. I don't really talk this much. 35-13. The Vikings crushed the Bears. Don't think it's gonna be close. Lions and Patriots. This could be actually a pretty good game. I have the Lions winning this game, and I think the Lions' offense is overall being good. And although they lost last week against the Seahawks, it, it, comparing the Seahawks offense to the Patriots offense, I don't really know. Patriots haven't looked that good this year. Neither the Lions defensively, they have not looked good at all. But I believe in the Lions to at least get this win. Kind of a close game though, 21-17. But I overall think the Lions offense will carry them to victory. Jared Goff looked good. I think T.J. Hawkinson set up for another big day. And if DeAndre Swift plays, he'll be good. Yeah, Lions win this game though. Next up, we got the Seahawks and the Saints. Uh, I'm gonna pick the Saints here. I don't know if it's really considered an upset. I overall think the Lions defense last week was terrible, and now facing a defense like the Saints is just not gonna be a match to the Seahawks. Honestly, Seahawks had a really, really good week last week. Geno Smith was amazing last week, but that was against one of the worst defenses in the league, and now facing maybe a top 10 defense in the league at their peak. I think the Saints defense it's gonna be a low scoring game. I have it being literally 10-9, 10-9. Very, very low scoring, very, very boring game. But I overall just think that um, if I had to pick, I'm going with the Saints in this game, just barely. Next we got the Jets and the Dolphins. Although the Jets won last week, and although they're 2-2, I got to the Miami Dolphins. They've looked really, really good this year, and even with Teddy Bridgewater starting as their QB, with Tua being out, I still think the Miami Dolphins have been a really, really good team this year. Pretty surprising team in my opinion, and they're gonna win this game. Could be close. I think it's be closer than a lot of people think. I'm being 27-18, but I overall think the Dolphins are gonna win this game, not because of their team, but because of with the team that they're facing. I think the Dolphins won't look the best in this league, but they'll still beat the Jets. Next will be the Falcons and the Bucks. I got the Bucks winning this game. Again, just I'm being simple with this one. I haven't put many upsets so far. There's some upsets coming up, maybe one or two. I don't really know. But the Bucks, I can't trust the Bucks. I cannot trust the Bucks. But I'm gonna take them this week. I'm gonna take them 20-17. Very, very low scoring. Falcons have looked pretty good this year. I'll be honest. They've looked like a solid team, and the Bucks have looked awful. They've looked god awful for where they should be at, and they're lucky they're 2-2. I'm sorry, Bucks fans, but it's the truth. You're lucky you're 2-2. But on the high hopes, you are facing a bad team right now. I'm saying 24-20 because I can't trust the Bucks yet, but the Bucks winning this game. Upset alert, Titans and Commanders. I do have the Washington Commanders winning this game, and here's why. This is the Carson Wentz revenge game. He's faced two hard defenses. Now he's facing an easy defense, and the Titans haven't looked the best. Neither of the Commanders, but I think the Commanders' defense is going to be decent this week. I think Carson Wentz is going to have a big game, and I think Curtis Samuel comes up big. I think the final score, kind of a higher scoring score, 29-25. Weird score, but I had the Commanders win this game. And I think it's because the Commanders' offense is going to have a big bounce back game. That's all I can say. Niners and Panthers. I'm going to go with my Niners. I think I went with them for every single week, and I'm not going to go with them for every single week. But last week I was confident against, and they did beat the Rams. And this week, they're going to be the Panthers. I don't think it's really going to be that close. I'm going to say 31-10. I think the Niners defense has been one of the best defenses in the league so far this year. I don't think the Panthers offense is going to be able to communicate with them. Christian McCaffrey is a big question mark right now. We don't know about him. And the Niners offense looked pretty good against the Rams last week. Deebo Samuel's an animal, and the Niners will win this game. Next up, we got the Eagles and Cardinals. Eagles 5-0. Let's go. Eagles with a big win. They're the only undefeated team, and they will stay undefeated. Eagles' record is now going to be 5-0 because they're going to beat the Cardinals 32-13. A big win for the Eagles. Eagles have been one of the best teams in the league this year. Offensively, been one of the best. Defensively, been pretty solid. And I think a lot of people don't take in fact how good their defense has actually been. But Jalen Hurts has been so good this year. A.J. Brown has been an amazing pickup for them. Miles Sanders has been really surprisingly good this year. Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, their O-line's been good. Their defense has been great. Eagles have just been such a good, well-rounded team, and they'll continue that, making it 5-0. Not much to say about the Cardinals. Just don't think they have enough in them to get past the Eagles. Cowboys and Rams. I know the Rams win this game. I mean, record-wise, you could say all about the records. Cowboys have had easier matchups, and the Rams are overall such a better team than the Cowboys. Um, I know Rams lost last week against the Niners, but I mean, I guess the Cowboys, they should be able to win. I think it's going to be kind of a lower scoring game, 17-9, but I think overall the Rams defense will come up big in this game, and I think it's going to be kind of a defensive battle, and I'll trust the Rams defense a bit more than the Cowboys defense. Next up, Bengals Ravens. I had the Ravens winning this game. Bengals are not they're starting to look better, but they haven't looked like a complete team yet. The Ravens have looked like a complete team. Even their record doesn't show it. Lamar Jackson's been his MVP type candidate. Rashad Bateman's been solid. J.K. Dobbins. They've just been such a good team. Devin Duvernay has been a very, very surprising thing. Mark Andrews, their defense has been one of the best in the league. They've been a very, very good team. I think they're going to finish first in the conference. I know it wasn't my prediction. Now I believe so. I didn't give a score prediction. I think it'll be kind of a high-scoring game, 31-27. The Ravens take the W. And the last game, our Monday night game, we have the Raiders at the Chiefs. This is going to be a pretty decent game. Actually going to be kind of close, surprisingly. The Chiefs are going to win this game, though. Chiefs are just obviously the better team. Raiders, even though they got their first win under the belt, are still not that good of a team. I just think the Chiefs are overall so much better of a team. Lower scoring-ish, 27-24 than they're supposed to be. A bit of a close game, though, but I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs will outduel the Raiders. That's where I'm going to end the video. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe to my best post every single day. Thank you guys again for the love on 40 subscribers. I really hope my goal is to get to 50 subscribers by the middle of October. If we could do that, that'd be amazing. I'm going to keep posting shorts. I'm going to try to post daily with these long videos. If you guys like the long videos, please comment down below saying you like them. And peace!